hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So we are going to take a look and see what you need to know. We are going to do 4 piles, and we're going to use the sticker box this time to pick a pile, okay? So pile 1, y'all have, oh, that's a beluga whale. It looks like he's waving, okay? Pile 2, y'all have the cactus in the pot that has little polka dots on it. Okay. Pile 3. Pile 3. What does pile 3 need to know? Y'all have, well, I can't pick one up. Oh, it's the Mad Hatter. This comes out a lot actually. Okay, so that's pile 3. And pile 4. Pile 4, y'all have, oh, okay. Well, the starfish wanted to come out too, so I guess we'll take it as well. They both have these huge smiles on their face, so that's so funny. I've never pulled either one of these actually. So you have the flower here. It looks like a daisy with the smiley face in it and the rainbow. And you have the star here. So, okay, starfish. So we're going to put those two together. All right, guys. So if you need it, there's always that little meditation after this intro. If you want to take a second there and kind of meditate over the pile, if you're having a hard time picking a pile, always make sure you set your intentions for whatever you need to hear for your highest good. And never let a reading take away from your energy, your day. Always know that you're always in control of the video. You can click off at any time if you start to feel any kind of, not so great feelings. You are in control of that. And yeah, timestamps for everything will be down below. And I will see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the beluga whale, this is going to be your reading. Okay, so I'm going to kind of read to you a little bit about the beluga whale because I think it's interesting. First off, it's blue. Blue is the color of the throat chakra, which makes sense because the beluga whales actually, sometimes they're called the canaries of the sea because of their communication, their vocalization. So spiritually, they represent communication and harmony. Also, it symbolizes the importance of expressing yourself and staying connected with others. So it talks about adaptability and playfulness. Okay, so this might have something to do with all of that. We'll take a look and see how it connects. Sorry guys, I'm going to use the answer oracles. I had some different oracles that I had picked out to use, but I'm not feeling those. So we're going to switch. We're switching to these. These are the answer oracle. And we're just going to use these to get an overall idea of what this has to do with, okay? This could be someone, someone that's coming in, trying to express themselves in some way, and this is what you should be aware of. Something to do with this person. What does pile 1 need to know? What do they need to know for their highest good? What do they need to know at this time? Pile 1, what do they need to know? Following instructions, instigation, and faith. What do they need to know? Jealousy, possessiveness, competitiveness, dependence, paranoia. We have delivery, transportation, inheritance, and escort. And then you also have terrific results, greatness, and great moments. Bottom of the deck is yield. Force, concedes, surrender, and accept. Okay, so I feel like this jealousy is mostly focused on this possessiveness or this paranoia and independence. I don't feel like competitiveness here. I feel like there's someone here that is, and I don't know what perspective I'm getting, but I'm telling you, there's more than one person that's here. This isn't just your energy. I feel like see these two people on the card. There's someone that's here that has his hand up in the air and he's pointing. It's almost like someone's like following their North Star. They feel like they're following the direction that they have, like this faith that they need to. It's a feeling of someone stepping up and trying to be the leader. And but there's this dependency that's here. Because of this escort here. So there's something to do with someone like needing support or transportation or some sort of like needing the other person to help them in some kind of way. And then you have this terrific here. So fantastic results, greatness, great moments. But this is like a forceful energy. Like you're being forced to surrender, you know? And solo is under that. That's that action leader. Look, there it is. Taking the lead in something. Accepting something. Having to accept something. I feel like there's someone here that may be pressuring you or pushing you to accept something, perhaps. Like there's something to do with having to accept the situation for what it is. Like you're pushed into it in some way. I don't feel like you necessarily want to as well. I think there's someone here that may be kind of in a state of paranoia. If not that, it's just like there's this state of dependence, like they're pushing on you to deliver, you know? I'm curious though about this fantastic results card. Like I feel like that's insinuating that whatever this is, it all kind of straightens itself out, or you have this great result here after the fact. But I also feel like it's something that you're forced into at the same time. Okay, so I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. We're going to pull the tarot and see. I'm just going to use the regular Rideaway Tarot. I had another deck picked out for y'all as well, but I don't know. I just feel, yeah, I feel like we just need to use this. I feel like you're being pushed or pressured into something by someone else. Like you feel backed into a corner in some way. And this beluga could be that you're needing to express yourself here. Tell me about follow. Yeah, like you're trapped in your head. Like you have no other... Like you're... Be careful here because I feel like somebody's like... trying to like push you into something here. And they could be kind of getting in your head or making you feel kind of stuck, like you don't have a choice. Why is jealousy here? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This could have to do with second chances or, you know, somebody that's in like a not a great place or unfortunate something that's occurring. So that could be when that dependency is there, that paranoia is there. Tell me about delivery. Huh. This is definitely, I feel like somebody that's looking at you as like you have the ability to deliver to them what they want. Or you have everything that you need, so you have the ability to give. So this is inheritance here with delivery, and this is, he's in the boat, which reminds me of the Six of Swords, like getting to a calmer place. Like you have the ability to help this person get to a calmer place. Why is terrific here? The Page of Pentacles. Oh. You may get something in return here with this. If that's not the case, like if this has to do with like work or something like that, I feel like you may get something in return here, but it's a small thing. It's nothing like grand. So whatever this is, I feel like it works out in your favor, but what you're getting back in compared to what you're giving, I think is much different. And I also immediately felt like love bomby energy here too, so be aware of that. Like someone that may be giving you little and making it grand, making it sound greater than it is. You have this terrific greatness because it's just a page of pentacle. It's not like you have an ace of pentacles or, you know, something like that sitting on the table here, or 10 pentacles. You know, it's just a page of pentacles. So it's like, this could be like a promise to do something, a promise or an offer or some sort, agreement, you know, something like that, that sounds great, sounds good. But it may not deliver. You're the one that's delivering. This is just like after the fact. And I think you're delivering it because you feel forced into it in some way because of this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is like having your hands tied in a situation. This is exactly the Eight of Swords. Like my hands are tied here in this. Tell me about that, Eight of Swords, please. The Devil. There you go. Something is Capricorn here. Something is definitely fear. Someone doing something out of fear, feeling like they're trapped. You know, this is a feeling of feeling very trapped. Someone feeling very trapped. Like they have to have faith here and follow. I'll follow your instructions. You know, you like this is this feeling I was talking about forceful yield, having to accept something. This is like you are backed into a corner and someone else. Tell me about the other energy that I'm feeling here, though. Because I don't feel like this is so much your energy. This is someone else that's coming in that's trying to get you to follow their understanding or their lead. Like they're trying to get you to be just as fearful or afraid of something as they are so that you feel backed into a corner and that you feel like you need to deliver something here to them because they are dependent on you with this. Like this is someone that feels like they don't have any other choice or any other direction. Give me an energy for this over here. For the Eight of Swords and the Devil. Yeah, look at that. There it is. It's the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is someone that's coming in very sudden, quickly, like there's something going on here with somebody where they feel like they are, it's almost like they don't have any kind of plan. They're acting out of impulse and they're coming in a way of just saying or doing whatever they have to do or say. They'll follow you in any which way, but they just have something that they need. I feel like something they need from you. And they're seeing you as this Nine of Pentacles. That means they're seeing you as abundant and being able to provide. So why is the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse? Got the King of Swords in reverse. Something happened with this person. This is like, I don't have any other choice. I don't have any other choice here. I depend on this. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of plans. What is this King of Swords here in reverse with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Look at that. I'm running out of options here. I have no other choice. This is someone that is like, that could be being blocked from something or feeling blocked. Why is this Nine of Pentacles here, though? Yeah, strength. Delivery. Leo energy. Aquarius is here, too. Why is the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, the Three of Cups in the reverse. Could be like an apology or an offer to, but I don't like this feeling behind it. The World. This could be ending some sort of misunderstanding or connections or distance, or if there was any kind of animosity or something like this is here. This is like a promise to end that. This could even have to do with travel. If there's a third party energy here, there's just like this promise or energy of ending this, closing a chapter. This can be like a apology, reconciliation, starting over, this coming to an end. Why is this Strength in the Nine of Pentacles here? You have a Eight of Wands. This is fast moving. This is somebody that feels like that you have the ability to deliver here and shift this situation dramatically for them. Like you have the strength. You have the resources. And you can change the situation dramatically. And this person's basically promising you the world over here. But this is someone I feel like that you may not trust with this Three of Cups in reverse. This is part of the reason why I feel like they're promising you the world. Sorry, that's my vacuum. It sounds like a rocket ship taking off in there. This person's trapped. What is going on with this person, really? What is happening here with them? They're bound, trapped and bound by something. Like, what is this about? Look at that. Ten of Swords in reverse. They're already at the point to where there is this ending of, for whatever it is, something that's going on here. This person's trying to keep something from coming to an end, coming to a close. I think it has to do with something in their life, something that they feel like is, what is this? King of Cups. Something that gives them some sort of stability. Scorpio energy and the Four of Cups. This person was complacent about something. They were falling into a place of where they just felt comfortable, but they got complacent here about something and didn't realize that whatever that was, this person just sat on their ass. I don't know what this means. Or maybe they just don't have they obviously don't have what they need, but I think they were complacent. Like, this is somebody that waited till, like, they sat and thought and thought and thought and thought. And they literally waited till the last second because the 10 is already here. Now they're in a hurry. Now they're like, oh, shoot. I need to get off my butt here, quit being complacent. And now I have to really do something here. Maybe they felt like they had more time, or why is this person in this Four of Cups? Why are they sitting on their booty? The High Priestess. Were they ignoring something? They were ignoring something here? What is this? Hold on. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. They could lose something here that's important or valuable to them. And again, they don't have any other choice here but to, like, they need some sort of help. This is Six of Pentacles. It's a generosity card. He's giving to the other. I want to know more. Like, I want to know what this is. Just to be nosy. What is this over here? Now I landed on letter. So there's that communication. Note, text message, invitation. Manipulate. Use arrangement and strategy. I think this person was trying to be strategic here. They could have been doing that through silence or just ignoring something. But I think they got complacent, and now it's like to the point of no return. Now they're like rushing in towards you because they have to think quick. And you can help them here or provide with them what they need, whatever that is. This could even be just someone that feels like they're on the verge of like losing you, and they're needing to do something about this. What is the devil? Yep, Six of Cups. This person feels like if you aren't speaking to this person, this High Priestess, or if there's been some kind of bad blood here, this Three of Cups in reverse, whatever this is that caused you not to trust this person in some way, or feels just somewhat iffy about them. This could be family, and you only ever see them when they need something, With that Six of Cups that's there, this could be somebody that's younger than you as well, but this is someone that feels like dependent or trapped into having to come in and be a particular energy. Like they have to come in and be sincere or be apologetic or be, have this, like reconnect in some way that brings you into this place to where you're nostalgic. If that makes sense. This person needs something from you. Why is that Two of Swords here? Yeah, Ten of Wands in reverse. This person doesn't have any other choice but to, like, they can't take on anymore. They need someone else to help them take on this burden. Or help them with this burden. Like they've took on too much. Or something is weighing too heavy on them, What's going to happen here moving forward? What's going to happen here? Well, Five of Wands is there. So there's going to be this. This can be like a disagreement, going to battle here with someone. You have a Seven of Pentacles. It has to do with future energies or the investment or waiting. And the Queen of Wands. This is waiting on, this is you waiting, someone trying to, okay, hold on. I can't get this out, so let me just get some more. Page of Wands in reverse. There is a conversation. There is a discussion here, a disagreement around this Page of Wands in reverse. So it's like someone being immature at how they approach something or handle a situation, or if they did something recklessly or you're not taking care of business here. There's this disagreement around this. Why is this? Tell me more about that Page of Wands. Why not? Yeah, there's a lesson here around this. Someone not following their morals or values or something like this is here. Like, hey, you didn't follow the rules here. Or, hey, you wandered off from the commitment that you made to me. Or, this doesn't align. You did something or said something or whatever that doesn't align with, you're not following your morals or your values here in some way, or you're not following the guidelines that you need to. You kind of strayed off. You dropped the ball, you know. That's why you weren't successful. There's this disagreement around this. Taurus. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Yeah, the Four of Wands in reverse. There's this, I feel like, waiting period where you're looking at this and going, should I invest? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I not? Should I go for this? Should I not? And it's not settled with you with this Four of Wands in reverse. You're like, you know, I don't know about, I don't feel comfortable here. I don't feel like this is like something that's disrupting your peace almost. And so you are taking a look at it, but you're also thinking about how it is, you know, breaking down your foundation or disrupting your peace in some way. Queen of Wands. The Star. You do find your confidence here. There's something to do with healing here too. Death in reverse. Yeah, you the Lovers in reverse. For some of you, I think that you make a choice here not to repeat a cycle. And for others of you, you may decide to repeat a cycle. And I cannot tell you what to do here. I can only get you some advice. So I think that this is a stopping point. It depends on everybody, because this Queen of Wands is someone that's feeling good, feeling confident. With the Star there, you're feeling like you're ready to heal the situation, or you feel good about yourself. You feel like you're healed. And it's because of the feeling like you're healed and you're confident and you're doing the right thing for yourself is why you choose what you choose. And for some of you, this is choosing not to repeat this cycle. And for some of you, you feel confident in repeating it. Hoping for or feeling confident and optimistic for a different outcome here. So this is going to be up to y'all and where you are when it comes to this situation. This is definitely about someone here and giving and receiving. Yeah, that Nine of Wands in reverse with that Two of Cups. So you still have this soul contract here with someone, but you don't trust this person. They are coming in a very scattered energy. Very scattered energy, because they are coming in also, I have to say, in a manipulative kind of energy as well. And this person maybe even get a little bit aggressive here because they feel bound. They feel stuck. They feel like they don't have any other direction or any other choice. And they may resort to saying off the wall type of things or insinuating things that like aren't necessarily true. This is like somebody that lets their fear of what's going to happen like get the best of them in a conversation. So they start saying things that are irrelevant, you know, that like, what if this happens? What if that happens? You know, or this is like somebody that just kind of loses it. This is paranoia. They're worried about losing something and they're trying to be strategic, but they've waited too long. This is someone that's been complacent, and this is why they're in a rush. This is why their energy's so scattered. They're going to try to commit something to you. They're going to offer you the world. This person's going to offer you anything you want. Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just, you know, just help me out here. But I don't feel like you trust this person. I feel like you also take your time to kind of sit and figure this out, what you want to do. Ultimately, it's y'all's choice whether or not you want to give to this person or this situation. You're going to get some sort of message here where this is someone that's wanting to kind of unpack some things. All right. Interesting reading. Let's get some advice. What are we going to do for advice today? I kind of feel something a little different than what Let's get these. Why not? I haven't used these in a while. This isn't really advice. I want to see if there's anything. Well, it is advice, though, because I want to see if there's anything you should be really aware of other than what we've already talked about. Is there anything that Pile 1 should be really aware of here? Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, so that could be important. We have Guardian here. A lost loved one watches over you. I feel like what this is saying is that this is someone, they get their sense of security with you. Or you are their safety in some way, or their security in some way. Their guardian here to keep them grounded. That's why they're coming towards you. In this way. You're like they're someone else. You're like their caution. You're like their like go-to, you know, or their, yeah. If all else fails, you know, you're their person. Someone else, someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. This is someone that could have put someone else, like triangled you into something, or just put someone else or something else in between the two of you in some kind of way. And they may have sabotaged the connection with you. I don't feel like, I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like if this person didn't have some sort of something going on to where they're bringing this to your attention and needing your guidance or your help in some way, I don't feel like that they would be coming to you. I feel like in a way this person would have, you know, kept their distance here from you. This is someone that feels very pressured into this. Now, I'm not here to say they would have always kept their distance here from you. Maybe over time that would be different, but they're coming towards you because they feel like they have to. It's not because they want to. So, caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. So definitely I would say find out when you're in the Seven of Pentacles, thinking about, you know, how this is going to go, how this would work, the situation, what you should do. Make sure that you're spending that time that you need to kind of figure this out on your own and find out more information about it. Ask a lot of questions to this person. Try to get those questions answered, and see how you feel about the answers that they're giving you, you know. For some of you, if this was a romantic thing, this person could have went towards something else, someone else. And y'all may have already been aware of that. You know, they may be someone that gets bored easily in connections, especially like, yeah, someone that just gets bored easily. And they like to get attention from others. It makes them feel good. If you get into a relationship with somebody, if things are going good, it may even at times become boring because it's just that knowing that you have someone that's there that loves and cares about you. But as the relationship goes on, you know, it's not going to always be like in a honeymoon phase. But there, you know, sometimes depending on what you've experienced, what you see as love, your trauma, your, you know, everything, you can get bored in relationships, and your eyes can wander, you know, your heart can wander, everything can wander. Even though you have love for someone, there's people out there that get bored and they end up hurting the person that they love because of that. I mean, that's the Four of Cups here. Okay. Anyway, I don't know why I went on that rant, but what advice do you have to leave Pile 1 with? Number 20. 20 is judgment, and this is what I was talking about here, about getting more information, which would be the sword to me. No, it's not yet time. This is not the divine right time to take action, but please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. Spend some time thinking about this. And this bottom of the deck says, don't settle for less, number 10. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. Okay. All right, let's get some initials close or some charms. That's not very many. Just can't get a lot of initials, I guess. Okay, let's go through these first. Just let me adore you. That's that love balmy, wishing you or promising you the world kind of feeling. That wasn't very cash money of you, so somebody did something that wasn't okay. We are what we believe that we are. Smile to the world. And you have the lollipop here. This goes back to that boredom thing I was talking about, actually, because I was thinking, how many licks does it take to get to the lollipop? And it's like someone gets kind of complacent or tired or bored, and so they just kind of bite into it and kind of goes for something else, or something else gets their attention or focus. But that could also just represent an opportunity to kind of, gradually like work on something. We have NLHEY. Hey, and G. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave you here. So thanks so much for being here. I hope this helps. Good luck to you with this. And I hope to see you soon. Hey, Pile 2. So if you chose the pot with the cactus, this pot has some polka dots on it. Maybe that means something to you. So cactuses always remind me of like not getting too close to something. This could be you, being in a place to where you're just like standing tall here and protecting your energy, and in a place to where you feel like you're looking good, smelling good, you feel good, and you have some boundaries up here. Okay, so let's just see. That's kind of what cactus means to me. We're going to get the answer oracles, and we're just going to pull a few of these, and then we're going to get the tarot. So, Pile 2, what do you need to know? Pile 2, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? What does Pile 2 need to know at this time? Okay. What does Pile 2 need to know at this time for their highest good? Dating. What does Pile 2 need to know for their highest good at this time? I saw this already once. We have run. And we have risk taking. Oh, I know where this is going. Let's get one more. Oh, 3 came out together. Chaos, memories, and yield. There is something here of your past that you're needing to let go of, where there was some sort of instability or something that you still feel, could have corrupted your mind in some way when it comes to new opportunities. You still have some chaotic memories here about someone or something or a situation, and this is something that you're needing to surrender or let go of. I feel like it's because you have something new that's here, and let's just pull one more and then we'll keep going. One more, please. Thank you. Reflection. Yeah, needing to reflect on this. Confession, prayer, and repentance. And then at the bottom you have loneliness, emptiness, depression, wondering, and gap period. With father here. Some of you, this might have to do with some kind of father wounds or issues. That's usually centered around security, safety, feeling safe, feeling secure. Something about that could be part of your wounds that you're kind of going through and experiencing. that could influence you here. Okay. Needing to confess to yourself or needing to repent is something that is here, and I think that it has to do with the chaotic memories that you may have, because I feel like that's something that you need to kind of continue to work through acceptance and surrender, because I feel like something new is on the horizon. And it brings me back to this cactus and what we talked about your boundaries and sitting up high in a certain spot, and not wanting anyone to get too close or being afraid of anyone getting too close. You could end up being the runner here, running from connections, running from dating, running from love, and having a hard time taking that risk, having a hard time because you're afraid of getting hurt. You may be in this place of loneliness at this time. There may have been a gap period here. You may feel somewhat kind of just empty. Not that you are. I think this cactus, I feel like you're good with yourself. I feel like you're good with yourself. I feel like you're doing good with yourself. But I feel like something new's coming in. And once it does, it's going to rattle you, because it's going to test you of how you feel about yourself right now. If you've healed, if you're over something. I think you have a lot of mixed emotions here about taking a risk. It says chase, escape, or seek. Attack, go ahead. Glory favors the brave. And confession, prayer, and repentance. Let's give this one more shuffle. This is just the regular Rider-Waite tarot I'm using. Okay, last one. What does pile 2 need to know at this time with dating? What does pile 2 need to know at this time with dating? Yeah, Knight of Swords. Why is run here? What is run here for? The 8 of Pentacles. What is risk taker? Look at that. You're afraid of getting hurt. Something comes in unexpectedly, some kind of communication. Someone takes action towards you here, I feel like, very unexpectedly. And they may be even somewhat kind of aggressive towards you. I don't mean that like in a negative way. It's just like they're pushing, they're pushing to have this connection here with you or date you in some kind of way. Like there's somebody that is definitely pursuing you significantly. And this may have to do with like trying to make plans here with you, communicating something here to you, something that comes in very quickly. You're over here just minding your business, working on yourself here. And this runner energy, you kind of have your back turned. I don't feel like that you're still focused on yourself here. You're not putting a lot of effort into anything, but yet you feel this lonely energy here. So I think the reason is because you're afraid of getting hurt, this 10 of Swords, with risk-taking. You're afraid of taking the risk of getting betrayed, of getting hurt. Reflection. Yeah, you're still moving on from something here. 5 of Cups in reverse. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. This may be someone that you've kind of expressed this to, but they're still pursuing you. Yeah, the High Priestess. Let me get a drink of my coffee real quick. It just started raining outside. I don't know if y'all can hear about that by my window, but it's so nice. Okay, so Pisces energy's there. Tell me more about that High Priestess, please. It's the 5 of Wands in the reverse. That's an interesting combination for dating. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna see what's going on here. What are you doing over here? I feel like there's somebody here that feels like they're wanting to compete for you. This is somebody that feels like, how do I explain this person? Help me to explain this person. They have a lot of confidence. Help me to explain this person. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. Why the High Priestess, though? The Two of Swords. Maybe that you've already turned this person down or blocked this person in some way. You've turned your back, perhaps, on this person. Or this was somebody that... This is somebody you may be already aware of, that they're confused. This is... like, they feel like maybe you got to offer somewhere else. Maybe you went silent on this person. They want to pursue you, like, significantly. But they can't figure you out. You may just not be very open. You may not, be very communicative. You may not be that. You may not be very much, like, putting yourself out there. But this is someone that wants to offer you something. For some of you, you may know who this is. If you've had any kind of... if there's been anything between the two of you, this is someone that could be coming in wanting to apologize for something. Why is this Eight of Pentacles here with Run? Ace of Wands in reverse. You don't feel motivated here. You're not motivated here. You're just kind of running away from this. You don't feel... Why is that Five of... how do you see this person or feel about this person? It's confusing. The Four of Swords. Okay. I don't get it. Why are you like that with this person? Like, you may know them, something about them. I don't... The Eight of Cups. This is like giving this a rest and just walking away. This is a very strange energy. I don't know why you're looking at this person like this. It's not really saying much. It's just saying you've kind of thought about it and you're just walking away from it before it even kind of gets off the ground in any way. This person is still, they're still wanting to pursue you and offer you something. I think they feel like maybe there's some kind of disagreement here between the two of you when it comes to dating, Maybe they feel like they misread you, misjudged you in some way. Something like that is going on. They wonder if I don't think this person knows what's going on with you. I think this is all speculation. Because you've just kind of, you're not even, I don't know if you're not interested. Are you interested? I mean, I guess not, that Ace of Wands in reverse. The Devil in reverse. There's something here about this that you have deemed as not good for you or not good, or like there's something about this that you don't want to get wrapped up or tied up into. I'm telling you, you are in this energy of where you are good with where you are, what you're doing, and you don't want anything to disrupt that. I still feel like that there is some healing that you're still going through, because I think you're afraid of taking any kind of risk. And I think that's one of the reasons why you aren't very enthusiastic about dating or someone coming in or interested in you. Um, and I also feel like that's how you've turned your back here on something so quickly. It's like, nope. Something about this person is, I guess maybe it's like you see this one red flag or something like that, and you're like, this is, yeah, look at that, 9 of Swords. You just don't want to be in your head about someone else. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this person. I think that they feel like you went quiet on them, or you blocked them out, or they're confused. This person is very confused. They're still wanting to pursue you though, but they may feel like that you have an offer somewhere else. I don't know what's going on with this person. Somebody's in your energy here though. And they feel like that you've just kind of dropped them, turned away from them. I feel like you saw something here that was toxic in nature in some way, or you deemed it as such, and you chose to kind of walk away from it. You're not really that motivated to put in any effort in anything. If something looks like it's gonna take too much effort, you just run away from it. You're like, I'm not, nope. Because I think you're afraid of putting in effort in something and then end up getting hurt here, because you're still healing from something. Why is this 10 of Swords here? So you're not real motivated, you know? Yeah, look at that, 10 of Wands. You feel like, I can't take any more. I can't take any more hurt. I can't take any more on. I cannot take any more burden of this betrayal or hurt or pain, being attacked, you know, taking a risk at not playing out. I can't do this anymore. So that's why you don't have motivation here to put in any kind of effort. Like you're not going to chase anybody. You're not in an energy of chasing anybody. If they don't pursue you or come after you, or if you see anything that's not good with that person, you just walk away from it. I'm just going to walk away. It's not worth it to you, because you've already, I feel like, been through so much. Why is the 5 of Cups here in reverse? The Sun. Yeah. I think that you're very aware that you are still like moving on from something and healing from something. I think that you are like praying or confessing or repentance, you know, reflecting on the fact that you're still trying to find your happiness. You know, you're still trying to move on from something here. Even though you do feel somewhat lonely feels better than betrayal or hurt or pain. And so the risk that's involved when it comes to dating or someone else, it's like, no, I'd just rather be lonely than to be hurt. So, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence here about, there's a part of you that is aware that you are still healing, and that's important before you take anything else on. But then there's this other part of you that is like borderline, maybe too much in a protective state that you're not allowing to receive anything new, new experiences, put yourself out there in any kind of way. And some of you know, I think you're identifying with the fact maybe you're just not ready for that. But also feel like that this is kind of insinuating that you need to reflect on this a little bit more when it comes to moving on and what that really looks like to you, what you really want, you know. Tell me about that Five of Cups in the reverse, the Fool in reverse. This is that risk-taking energy. This is the inability to take a risk. Just be cautious. Okay. What happened here with this Ten of Wands and this Ten of Swords? The Moon in reverse. Some of y'all may have felt like that you were someone kind of took advantage of you or eluded you in some way into something, you know, like they created some sort of false reality or illusion, and you broke yourself free from that. And so now like your foundation in yourself is so strong that, you know, not only is this cactus have obviously thorns, but it's also in this pot that's so far up, you know, that no one can reach it. You know, it's I think that you have good reason to be in this energy. What's the point in this reading, though? What are you trying to express here to Paul 2 about this? Someone is all up in their head over here. I want to get more on that, but let's see. No, let's do that first. I'm going to get a different deck, though. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Someone over here is just all up in their head. I'm going to use some oracles for that, different oracles. What's going on here with this Knight of Swords? What is this about? Absence. Yeah, silence, absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. This is somebody that you already know. Like they're, even if this is someone newer, I feel like for most of you, it's someone you've known for a while, but they're definitely feeling your absence here. In regret. I wish this never happened. And then you have values at the bottom. We have too many differences. This could have been what happened to you here, and this is why you're in the place that you are. This could have been that person for some of you. This person's like, they're all in their head here. They're trying to cope with what's happened. If this is someone newer, you know, that you decided, you know, that they have something going on in their life that you don't want to be a part of right now, or it's not good timing, or you don't want to be involved with someone that's got stuff, you know, they're still working through, then that could be relevant as well. It's definitely someone that is recognizing your absence, and they may regret some things here. But this Page of Pentacles can be like an apology or making amends with that Five of Wands in reverse. But you know, this is action going towards something. But I don't think they've made that decision yet. I think they feel blocked as well. So you may have this person blocked. Okay, so that's that. And this could be why you are in this fearful kind of fear of taking a risk kind of feeling. So what's the advice, really? You know, what is this reading supposed to be showing Paul 2 what they need to know about this? The Hanged Man. Take a second to look at something in a different perspective. Not just of like what could happen that's the most painful thing and what you've been through, but you know, what could be the possibilities of the opposite of this happening? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Try to get yourself, you know, enlighten yourself in a way to where you're looking at the possibilities of being happy but everything involves taking a risk, you know, and having faith. You have a 9 of Wands. Yeah, this is that energy I was talking about here with the cactus being too protective in judgment here. This is kind of like spirit telling you that you need to like have this reflection and this energy of moving on so that you can allow yourself to have a possibility of having faith that you can be happy, having faith that there is something else that's there. Because if you focus on what you've been through and what you don't want to feel again, it's going to be more of that energy that you're feeling in any situation, and you're not going to be in a place to where you have faith that, oh, this is going to work out or this looks good. So when you're meeting someone for the first time or in, like, if you're dating, initially, if you're in this state of mind where you're worried about getting hurt, you're going to be looking at everything that person does as, oh, is this a red flag? Is this a red flag? Did they just say this? Does that mean that? And you're not looking at, oh, this person's, you know, like, oh, they're really nice. Oh, I feel the chemistry here. Oh, you know, we get along really good. We have great conversation. You know, you're not looking at those things as much as you are as the other things. And you can turn people away quickly. Maybe even like good possibilities of having a situation that does make you feel happy and makes you feel good. And this is not only talking about love, you know. Fear of getting hurt, fear of betrayal, fear of things not going, you know, having to carry the burden of something not working out can be in other areas of your life too. It can hold you back from putting yourself out there in other areas of your life where you could have opportunities and you could excel. And this is like spirit with this reflection energy and judgment is saying, yeah, you know, it's time to face judgment and kind of cleanse yourself from one experience altogether as being just that experience that you had, and you've learned, you've grown, you've changed, and now so that means that the next experience that you have will be different because you're different, you know, and being optimistic and not being so guarded. Sorry about my stomach growling. You have a Knight of Cups here in reverse with that Six of Wands and that King of Cups in reverse. I feel like the possibility of someone is out there, if that's what you're looking for, you know, but you have to put yourself out there. You know, you have to put yourself out there. You can't just shut down to everyone and everything if this is something that you do want and desire. And you know, I think it's funny that people say you got to put yourself out there, you got to go look for it, blah blah blah, and it's like that's not always the case. You know, sometimes it finds you. You know, so you could be out at a store somewhere and run into somebody. You could be working doing something and or out with some friends, and it could be an acquaintance of someone else. You know, you can meet people all over. It doesn't have to be that you have to like go and hunt something down. Just be in an energy of where you are still allowing to receive something if it does show up, and not be so guarded and closed off. So I'm not telling you, yeah, you have to put yourself out there and go like try to hunt for it. I'm just in the energy that you're in, you're still healing from something, you're still releasing something, then all this is saying is just allow yourself to be open to the possibilities that, hey, you could be happy and you deserve it. But that also involves you taking risk or opening yourself up. And you deserve that. You deserve to be able to have happiness. But if you close yourself off from the possibilities of that, then the opportunity won't be there regardless of where it comes. Okay. Let's get some advice. Let's get, I kind of want to get an affirmator. Let's do that. And then let's get a spirit message card. I feel like this may be coming out because I feel like for some of you, there may be someone that's approaching you, that's coming towards you. And this is why this reading's coming to your attention. Tell me about what message you want to... Okay. Patience. Congratulations. Congratulations. That sounded weird, didn't it? You've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is a sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. So for some of you, this has to do with having patience when it comes to having patience with yourself, but also having patience with anyone else. You know, if you're wanting to date and put yourself out there, you kind of have to have patience and not just like completely like within the first 5 minutes turn away from a situation, but give someone maybe the benefit of a doubt. You know, when we're first like dating someone, we're putting our best self out there, but there's also like sometimes a nervousness that's there too. So we may not be quite ourselves. So waiting till, unless you obviously see something that you don't like, you know, use your discernment, but also giving the situation some patience and some grace to really get to know somebody before you just count them as the devil and turn them away, you know, because they did the same thing. You know, they said something or in some kind of gesture or something the way that your ex did, and it reminds you of that, and you're like, nope. What advice do you want to... Okay, so I got 2 Soul Truth oracles. This one says, am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that you are fearing is not true? Journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter? And do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Okay, and then you have, how can I surrender even more at this point? I feel like this has to do with whatever you're trying to get over here. It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but what you know is coming. Know this so deeply in your soul, it vibrates. You are not alone. See this loneliness that's here is being addressed. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra: I surrender, I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. I think that is such a good message for y'all, because that's what I was talking about here, about taking a risk. Okay. Let's get some initials to close. Or some charms, initials and charms. Oop. All All I got was charms. No initials. Let's see. There we go. Lots of charms, though. I have to go through these real quick. I'm working on myself, for myself, by myself. You become what you believe. Yep. Just let me adore you. Let your dreams be your wings. Smile to the world. You have the 2 hearts here, so I really feel like you are going to get some kind of a love interest or a message or something from someone is coming in here, I feel. And this reading wanting you to like prepare you for that. You have the new moon here, so new cycle, new energy here, that judgment. You have the peel here, and you have the white and the red here. So it could be like, okay, you may have an opportunity or a situation that's coming towards you, but how are you going to look at it? How are you going to look at it? You know, we talked about these red flags, and then you have this white, which is about a clean slate or purity. So it all depends on what you believe. You become what you believe. We have H, D, X, U, F, S, and Y. Okay. All right, guys. So I am going to leave you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose the Mad Hatter here, this is going to be your reading. So for some of you, you may be feeling a little bit delirious with the Mad Hatter here. It does say 10-6 on his hat. So 10 is about completion. 6 would be, some of you, this might have to do with work. The 6th house is representing work. So some of you, this might have to do with something to do with work. Completing something at work is maybe driving you a little crazy. Getting something completed. There's this green here, like this grounded energy. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, you may just be kind of feeling a little bit scattered, maybe a little bit all over the place. Trying to complete something, trying to balance something out. Maybe you have a lot of hats that you're having to wear. Okay, so we're going to use the answer oracles first to see what you need to know. And then we're going to use the tarot to kind of get us more detail about it. We'll get some advice, and then we'll get some charms to close. Okay. So, pile 3. Pile 3. What does pile 3 need to know at this time? What do they need to be aware of? What does pile 3 need to know at this time? We have dream, desire, omen, nightmare, and fantasy. We have ring, wedding, token, and bond. So maybe you're dreaming of some sort of commitment here. We need to know at this time. We have chaos. I think if this has to do with work or something like that, I feel like a lot of you, even if this isn't work, even if this is a relationship, whatever this is commitment. I feel like a lot of you have like this dream or desire in your head, and you're trying to stay committed to that, but you're feeling somewhat unstable, or you're feeling like there's just, it's chaotic. Yeah, hurricane. Feel like a hurricane. There's that Mad Hatter energy. Time could be part of this, being very relevant, like you're running out of time. You don't have enough time. I think despite the commitment that you've had, or devotion or dedication, you still feel upheaval. Like you still feel like unstable. Chat is at the bottom. For some of you, if this is a relationship, you could be, you could be in a place to where you have this particular desire, dream, or fantasy, even around a relationship, and a connection. But something about it may be becoming unraveled. Exchange information with chat here, disclose information, and inquire. Okay, sorry, quick pause. We are gonna use the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. Sorry, I know I got super quiet. You might be breaking yourself free from some kind of commitment here, or it's being broken for you. There's some kind of information I think that you're receiving here that causes a disruption to your prior commitment or prior dream that you had. Okay. Someone discloses some information here that definitely causes some instability in a commitment. And there's this upheaval or hurricane that happens because of it. Tell me about dream. What is dream? Judgment. What is ring? The Hanged Man in reverse. Pisces, Scorpio here. What is chaos? The Three of Swords in the reverse. What is What is hurricane? Something definitely being revealed here. What is hurricane? Yeah. The Eight of Swords. It puts you in your head. Why is judgment here? The Hierophant in reverse. Taurus. Why is the Hanged Man in reverse? The Ten of Swords. There's a betrayal here when it comes to a commitment. You're having to look at something in a different perspective, causing some pain here, some upheaval. There's unrest with this. This could be something that was already present, but it's like someone's poking your wound. There could have been unfaithfulness here with the Hierophant in reverse, having to face judgment here. There could be like this idea of having this dream or desire or this fantasy, right? But you're waking up from that judgment here and the Hierophant in reverse and realizing that this isn't truthful, fair. It doesn't follow this dream that you've created. You're being awoken, and there's a lack of commitment that's here from someone. There's some sort of betrayal, and you're having to look at something in an uncomfortable way. This Three of Swords, there could be like third-party energies here in some way. King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone that, this could be a spouse, this could be a long-term commitment here. Someone that you held in high regard that you no longer hold in high regard due to this betrayal, this pain, having to see them in a different perspective. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Yeah, some of you, this is a marriage where there's someone broke a commitment, or it's just like a dream that you had. Like this is somebody you could see yourself being committed to or marrying, and that's just, it's being destroyed in some way because of this information that's coming out. It's not telling me what the information is, but there's Three of Swords is here. So you're in your head now. You're in your head, you're not at peace, this is destruction. Like something doesn't go the way that you wanted it to. You may have been engaged to someone here, committed to someone. Now you just feel trapped in your head about it. This could have already happened for some of you. Why is the Hierophant in reverse with judgment? The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, you're having to look at this and say, I don't know that this aligns with me anymore. Some of you may feel like someone chose someone else, and you were hoping for happily ever after here with this person. And why is this Ten of Swords here? What is the Ten of Swords? The Ace of Swords in reverse. Someone was dishonest. Someone wasn't telling you the truth here about something. And you may have just had a hard time or not wanting to look at it. You're confused. You were confused. Three of Swords in the reverse. The King of Pentacles. The Two of... This is like something being chaotic, so you're choosing a different route. Why is the Four of Wands here? Temperance in reverse. I think you're very uneasy about this. I think you're also having to deal with some things here around this. There's chaos. I mean, it's just like there's just a... This is heavy. This sucks. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like that this is like... There's someone here that you had a commitment with. For some of you, this could be work, and this was a partner. You and this person committed that you were going to follow through with something here, or you felt like this person was loyal to you, or you're on the same team in some kind of way. You know, there's a significant betrayal that's here where you're realizing this person is not loyal to you. They don't align with your morals and your values, and it's not what you thought it was. You're being woken up from this dream, and you're realizing now you're a nightmare. It's like a situation that is a huge betrayal that someone cannot get themselves unstuck from. Like someone was just straightforward, straight up, not honest. And there's confusion here. I don't understand why you did this. I don't understand. Why did you say that? Why did you do that? Why? This is this information here, this lack of information I feel like that you are being awakened to. Why didn't you tell me this? Why'd you keep that from me? You know, this is a huge betrayal here. Why did you disclose that information to so-and-so? You know, whatever it is, there was a commitment that you felt that was broken. Someone made a choice to not be loyal. And now there's this instability. And there's frustration and upset and upheaval. And it's like a disaster, a hurricane just happening here. And you feel like your hands are tied. Like there's nothing you can do about this. What's going to happen here moving forward for pile 3? This is a Mad Hatter. You feel kind of mad about this. Yeah. The World in reverse. The High Priestess. I think if this is a relationship or something like that, it's like, I think you may just keep your distance here. You feel like it's not over with yet. There's still things that have to be straightened out or looked at or dealt with, especially if you were in like a marriage with this person. Like there's still, y'all still have stuff, you know, with the World here. But you're being quiet. You're being closed off and quiet to this person or this situation. That High Priestess, Pisces energy, and the Page of Cups. This person may come in with an apology, with this Page of Cups that's here. Yeah, apology about the lack of trust. Two of Cups in reverse. What's the World? Page of Swords. What's the High Priestess? The Knight of Pentacles. I think there's someone here that's trying to communicate with you or wanting to communicate with you, but that, you know, they don't want this to be over and done with. Or they feel like there's still unfinished business here between the two of you. I think there's this kind of staying in your own lane and keeping to yourself, maybe even keeping quiet. And this is someone that I feel like is trying to give you time. But then they come in with this apology around this lack of this broken commitment. Like, okay, yeah, I did do that. I did disclose that information, or I did do that awful thing. You know, I did lie to you about whatever, whatnot. And I'm sorry about that, you know. I feel like this is too far gone, though. How are you showing up here in this? Pile 3, how are you showing up here in this? Yeah, the 7 of Cups in reverse. I feel like you don't have any other choice but to, like, walk away from this. You've been woken up from a dream. This is like when you build, like, this fantasy around someone, or this idea or dream around someone, and who they are, or what they have to offer, the potential that's there. You feel really good, you know? And then all of a sudden something happens with this person where you're woken up to them lying about something, not being honest with you, breaking a commitment even. And it completely destroys and shatters the potential that you saw in them. You know, you're looking at this person entirely different because of this betrayal. And it's like you don't have any other choice. Like, you're not living in that fantasy anymore. It's almost like it doesn't matter how this person comes towards you. Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups. You still don't trust this person. And that's the bottom line here. To where, I don't believe you. You know, I can't believe this anymore. You know, the 9 of Swords here in reverse. And the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups in the reverse. You don't feel emotionally safe, supported, or stable with this person anymore. You can't trust them. Queen, look at that. And look at that. Wow. The 3 of Pentacles is a working together, right? But you realize, I think, that the two of you were not working together. This is someone that was, I mean, emotionally, you weren't looking out for each other like you thought. Like, you may have been looking out for this person emotionally, but they weren't looking out for you. You know, they weren't considering your emotional needs. They weren't considering you at all when they did whatever they did. So, yeah, the two of you are not aligned emotionally at this time because you don't trust this person. And you've just been woken up to it. And it's very overwhelming. You still have this attachment to this person. There's still emotions here. This 8 of Cups, this 8 of Swords is part of it as well. You feel bound or trapped, or your hands are tied in this situation. Like you're not at peace with it because you have emotions here for this person. You saw them as a dream come true at some point, or this situation a dream come true. So you're still working through, like, detaching. I think that most of you still feel like kind of unfinished business. You know, you have 7, 8, 9 here. I feel like you're still working through it. Like, the information that you received, what you have, it's like very overwhelming. You may not like know what to believe here or what all to believe, but you know you have some sort of evidence or truth or information that is keeping you in a place to where you don't feel emotionally safe with this person. Okay. What advice? I'm going to see something real quick. What should you know in this situation? Really? What should you be aware of? What should you know? What should you be aware of here with this person? Okay. Gambling is here. You know, this could have been part of it. This person may have gambled something, or it says problems with addictions or gambling, bad finances. So that could be part of this, you know, something to do with this person. You have no, it's not the right time. And distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. That's this right here. Some of you may still be feeling like committed to this person. Like you still have this loyalty to this person, but you are not emotionally feeling connected to them at all. Let's see what you can expect moving forward. How about that? What can pile 3 expect moving forward here? Pile 3 expect moving forward. A doorway. Okay. An opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person. Okay. For some of you, with time and distance here, you may find yourself here with an opportunity with someone new. I just smell alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, which always like makes me feel like getting rid of something or cleansing yourself of something, you know. We have baggage here. Emotional baggage can weigh down a relationship. Unpack it. What else? Possibilities for the future here for pile 3. Settling. Avoid settling for less than you deserve. And I definitely think that there's a lesson here in that with this person. And trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. Okay. I feel like that you have an opportunity here, somebody new coming into the picture. This could just be an opportunity for just some kind of new energy. It doesn't have to be a person. She is holding a suitcase here. This could be about moving or traveling or something like that. But it definitely could be a new person. It's telling you to make sure that you're focused on healing, and don't let this situation, because this can definitely like create instability in your future, you know. This is you realizing, like, this is a lesson about settling and trust. Not settling for less than you deserve here. Keep that in mind. And guarding your heart, you know, not trusting everyone. There's someone here that could have used you, gambled you. Yeah. You have romance at the bottom. Romantic surprises are on the horizon. Be open to them. That's this right here. It's telling you you have a new opportunity that's going to come in the future. Just make sure that you are not settling for less than you deserve, and that you're paying attention to the baggage here. Make sure that you're not carrying any kind of emotional baggage into something new. Yeah. This may be in the far distance. You know, I would never recommend getting out of something, jumping right into something else. Because that's when emotional baggage is carried into something. So starting off slow, giving yourself some time. But there is this idea of the spirit kind of wanting to let you know, yeah, I mean, you're going to have new surprises and romance or opportunities in the future. So be prepared here. Some of you, this on the table could have happened a while ago. Like this could have happened a while back. And you're still needing to you're still processing all the information. You're still getting information about it. And you do have something new that's coming in. So they're trying to prepare you here for that. Okay, let's get an overall card for advice, and then we'll get some initials to close. All is in perfect timing. Number 1. This is it. It's time to take action now. I'll be here to help you every step of the way. For some of you, you really are, look at those 2 doors there. You really are, I think, okay, for those of you that this is something that's already happened and you're still processing it, There may be someone here that comes in giving information or more information for you to process here. Maybe an apology even for some of you around this. But whatever happens here, I feel like you still kind of move on. And this is something that's like in your past that you're just been processing, and then someone comes in to apologize, and it's like, okay, thank you for that, but you should still move on. And you have a new person or new opportunity that shows itself, and this will come towards you in perfect timing. So for those of you that are still like, you're still going through this, or you just went through this, just know that that opportunity will come when you're ready. But you also have to make sure that you're not carrying any baggage here. When it comes to this, now we all carry some wounds and everything else. We're constantly healing through stuff. New experiences will put pressure on those wounds as well. But make sure that you're not making anyone else pay for what someone in your past has done to you. That's all I'm saying. And just don't settle for less than you deserve. Just continue to know that not everybody deserves your trust, but that doesn't mean that everyone is bad. Okay. I think there's just not wanting you to ruin anything that they have set up for you, headed your way. Okay. Let's see. Look, you have the cactus. Some of y'all may have resonated with pile 2. Kind of looks similar to their sticker, but this is the same kind of thing for me. It's, have boundaries, but don't have too strong of boundaries that you're keeping every new opportunity you have out there out. You have the astronaut, so something being out of this world or unexpected, or you may feel alone. You have the paradise little palm trees and surfboard. So taking a break, giving yourself a break, maybe going on a vacation or just kind of resting or relaxing. Okay. You have love is never wasted. That's a takeaway here from this. Go crazy, go stupid. That's the Mad Hatter. And look, y'all, actually, look. You have Hatter in the bowl. No lie. That is crazy. That's crazy. Actually, it comes out Hater because, you don't have all of it here, but still. Mad Hatter. So we have HTAERSU, X, and H. Okay. All right. I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it, and I'm going to leave you here. There's a lot of things I can spell. Sex is there. Terror is there. Hat, of course. Her is right there. Huh is right there. Okay, I'm going to leave you here. X right there. Texas is right there too. I'm always going to see that in the bowl because that's where I'm at here in Texas. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support. I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 4. So if you chose the lovely looking rainbow flower, looks like a daisy. And then you also have the star that's also smiling. I feel like something really good is coming in for you guys. It's not very often I see stickers like so much excitement with this rainbow that's here. I mean, it's the rainbow colors and some, like you got everything there. And the star is Aquarius energy. It's like you could be reaching some sort of goal. You could be like shining like a star. You could have some sort of wish fulfilled. Something that's going to bring in a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. And so I'm really excited to get the cards out. let's hope we can keep this momentum going. This is the answer oracles that we're going to use. I'm going to pick a few of these, and then we are going to get the tarot, and then we'll get some advice, and then we'll get some charms to close. Okay? So, pile 4. What do you need to know at this time? Pile 4. What do you need to know? What do you need to be aware of at this time for your highest good? Pile 4. What do they need to... Whoop! Mercy. Taking... Oh, I was going to say taking action, but it says risk-taking. This pile 4 need to know. Promise. It says risk-taking. Attack, go ahead, glory, favors the brave, promise, oath, contract, and emotional bond. You have run here, which is chase, escape, and seek. Pile 4 need to know. And ignore, focus, detox, and overlook. The bottom of the deck says family, roots, bloodline, and togetherness. Okay, I'm going to scoot this up here. My kids just got home from their dad's, and so you may hear them in the background. I'm going to start shuffling the tarot as I am talking. Okay. I think some of y'all are about to take some sort of risk that ends up paying off for you. I think that there is some sort of contract that's here that I feel like this is something that it's going to pay off for you. I think there's some kind of promise that's made to you for this determination or this risk that you're taking. This is like moving forward and making some kind of promise. This escape is like you're escaping something by taking a risk. And I think the ignore is there's something that's being overlooked that might be tied up into this risk somehow or another. Or it's just like you're choosing to ignore something. You're focused on the good things here, and you're choosing to ignore something that's not good for you. You have family here, which is always good to see with destiny. So there's this feeling of togetherness, of family. Okay, so let's see how this all fits together. What is risk-taking here? Oh, the Ace of Cups. What is promise here? The Lovers. What is run here? I pulled 2 cards. I pulled the Queen of Pentacles, but I also pulled the Six of Wands in the reverse, which I'm going to lay here. Tell me about ignore. Oh, wow. We have the Emperor. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers. The High Priestess in reverse. Why is the Emperor here? Pull 2 cards again. It's the Page of Wands. And then you have the Seven of Swords here as well. I'm going to go through some signs. We have Gemini, Taurus for me, Aries, and Pisces. It's the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Wands. This is the action here, taking a risk. There's the rainbow. There's that 10 of Cups there. I feel like for some of you, you're going against all odds here. I feel like you're going against all odds. I think that you are just taking a risk on perhaps someone blocking you, or you're just taking a risk here because you see like The reward from this is way greater than the risk of not doing it. So you're choosing, or this could be someone else, take it how it resonates. Someone is choosing to take a risk in looking not so great. I mean, this is someone that's being very vulnerable, putting themselves out there, taking a risk of being blocked, or all kinds of not very great feelings. It's like you're risking your dignity in some way. This is wanting to invest into a relationship, taking a risk towards a relationship that you want to invest into, something where there's a lot of patience here. You're just like, okay, I'm going to have a lot of patience here in this situation, but I am moving forward with this opportunity to invest. I'm getting this feeling here for some of you. This feeling of choosing to ignore something. Now, this is going to be a delicate conversation that we're fixing to have. So only take what resonates and use your own discernment here about whatever this is, okay? Because for some of you, there may be it's just the scale of the intensity of what this Seven of Swords is going to be a little different for everybody. I feel like that you're choosing to ignore someone else's misgressions in some kind of way in order for just to keep peace overall in the whole situation. There's definitely a relationship here, and there's this promise that you have where you're not looking too far into this. And I feel like in a way you're just kind of allowing someone just to be who they are. This may be family. You could have family with this person. But it's more about the bloodline here, or it's more about the roots, and not as much about the whatever's occurred here within the dynamics of this. I think you're being strategic at how you approach this by ignoring or focusing on what you can control and not the things that you can't. I feel like I mean, this is choosing to ignore the obvious, choosing to ignore someone's discretions. It's like you saw not a great side to someone, but you're not focused on that. You're focused on the bigger picture. That's what I'm seeing. You're focused on the rainbow. This is family. You're focused on family. You're choosing to emotionally walk away from whatever's happened here with someone for the relationship, for the oath that you have, that this emotional bond that you share with this person. This could simply be just focused on the roots or the togetherness here, and not focused on the damage that was caused or done or who someone is. This may be somebody that you feel like you have children with, or this is someone that you've known for a long time, or that you feel like it's like looking at someone and realizing that someone is trying to do the right thing. And so you're having, like, you really feel like that with this person. They're trying to do the right thing. And so you're choosing to ignore all the wrong things that were done. There's this lady I saw in this movie one time. Her daughter says, "Why did you do that, Mom? Why did you let Dad, why did you stay with him after he did so-and-so?" And she said, "I didn't choose to stay with him for the things that he did wrong. I chose to stay with him for all the things that he did right." And there's a certain amount of time, energy, effort, and understanding that you have to have with somebody to feel that way. There's a certain idea of a partnership in life where forgiveness and unconditional love and what you really want from that connection in a traditional way too, to be able to have something like that. And this isn't, I'm not feeling like you're with someone here you just met and they did something wrong to you and you're choosing to ignore it. No, that's not it at all. I feel like that you're dealing with someone here that you see this person as someone that is really, really taking responsibility, facing judgment, really feeling sincerely apologetic, and it's not someone that you've deemed as bad. This is something that I feel like that someone did something that didn't feel great, but it's not who they are, you know? You're not making this person out to be a completely bad person or negative person overall because of this one thing that they did. Yeah?
How was the bottom?
Sure, but use the other door, okay? It's funny too because he's letting the dogs back in. It's like letting the dog back in the house, you know, like oh, you're in the dog house. You know what I mean? So some of you are going to resonate with this and some of you aren't. Y'all don't come at me in the comments, okay? This isn't everybody's situation. This isn't everybody's story. If absolutely 100%, if you're with someone that is toxic, that is, you know, does selfish things, that's constantly lying to you, that cheats on you, that is abusive to you in any way, shape, or form, get the hell out of that situation. This is not your reading. This is not that, okay? This is a oath, commitment, special contract, bond that you feel with somebody where there are no secrets in this relationship. That's what this High Priestess and the Lovers is. There are no secrets here in this relationship. You're seeing this person for who they are as a person, and you're still choosing to love them regardless. This may not even be a relationship. This could be a child here with this Page of Wands. This is someone that's learning. This is someone that's learning to be an emperor, learning to be in control of themselves. So whoever this is in your life, you know, this could be family, or this could be you have family with this person. So you're choosing to protect the roots. And the tree's not always going to be, not always going to be doing great, but as long as the roots are protected. So if you do have this bloodline roots or togetherness, this connection here with this person, it's like you're choosing to forgive and move forward. Why is this reading coming out? Why is this reading coming out? Could be healing with the star. This isn't really what I was expecting in this reading at all. This is kind of a different type of reading, to be honest. I was going to ask about the Seven of Pentacles and what you're having to have patience with, and it's the Two of Cups. It's the relationship. Trying to have patience here within the dynamic of this relationship. Trusting someone, you know. What's the point in this reading? What's the point in this reading? Judgment in reverse. You may be judging yourself here, you know, for allowing this, or you may also be receiving a lot of judgment from others here. You know, judgment in reverse can be like other people judging you in the situation. Scorpio energy. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse, so getting out of your head about others and judgment, and you have the Queen of Swords. Doing what you feel. This is you needing to listen to yourself and your inner guidance and not allow outside influences or other people get you in your head. Libra, Scorpio energy. Tell me about judgment in reverse. Yeah, there's that Knight of Wands. So this can be like other people judging the situation, like Knight of Wands can be like the hot and cold energy, the player, you know, the how quickly you're getting into something even, you know. It's like anything that can be judged about this particular person or the situation at hand and how quickly you're getting back into something, or how it's like kind of scattered energy in some way, or it's hot and cold in some way, you know, whatever the case. Judgment, judgment, judgment. That's all that is. What's the 8 of Swords in the reverse? The Hierophant. You feel as if you've learned your lesson here in this, or this is a bigger lesson in some way. You feel like you're doing the right thing, and I think that that's the most important thing here. You feel like this is right for you. This is the right thing that you need to do, and you're trying not to listen to anyone else. Why is this Queen of Swords here? Look, there's a star in reverse. You have a healthy amount of optimism here, but you're not totally blinded by the fact that this may not work out. You know, this may not go the way that you desire for it to go. You're looking at it logically, despite what other people are saying or how they're perceiving it or what's going on there. You're using your head here. You're not falling into some sort of fantasy here on, you know, what could happen. You're being smart. You're not naive or oblivious to anything. That's why this reading's coming out. I feel like you're just needing someone to validate that. I mean, really. Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like. You have that Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Hermit in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You know that whatever's occurred here isn't what you deserved. Like, you know that, you're very well aware of what you deserve and what you don't. And you know whatever this person's done here is something that you didn't deserve. But you also feel like that this person didn't waste any time to make it right. They didn't waste any time to act on it or to face you despite the way it would make them look or their pride or ego in any way. You know, they came in to correct the situation and make up for it. And you two are the only ones that are in that energy. You know, no one else is living that. No one else is experiencing it or there. Only you are in that energy, and only you are the ones that are able to judge the situation at hand and what choice you're making to ignore or not ignore what's happening here. And I do feel like for a lot of you, there is a lot of other things involved in this that matter. Could be family. Okay, I want to go into what's going to happen here moving forward. You also are looking at this going, okay, yeah, you have like I said, a healthy sense of optimism here. So you're not blinded, you know, that this may not work out, that this person may do something here again, but you have the benefit of a doubt. You're giving this person the benefit of the doubt. And you're giving this some patience. But you also know that you know, there's a chance that this may not go according to the way that you want it to go, but you're still, you're in reality. You're not living in some kind of fantasy here. But you feel like this is the right thing. What's going to happen here moving forward for pile 4 with this? Dressing up, an opportunity to dress up, party, or fun times ahead. Trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. Keep this, there's a lot of things here you need to keep to yourself, which I think you're already aware of for most of you. I think that if you put whatever you have going on here out there a lot, or to the public in some kind of way, it can also, you know, give other people opportunity to judge the situation as well. So, charisma. Love flows to you. You radiate charisma and charm. Okay. Bottom of the deck is closure. For some of you, it says not all connections are meant to be except closure. I think for some of you, that's what this is. It's like you're giving this person this opportunity here because you feel like, you know, they've done what they can to make up for it. And you're not living in some fantasy. You know, you're being logical here with this and giving this an opportunity. And you may see this as closure. You're going into this knowing that not all connections are meant to be. And you're going to accept it for what it is or how it is. Okay. What do I want to get? Y'all have a little extra time here. What do you need to be aware of? Anybody here that you need to be aware of? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that may be trying to insert themselves. What do you need to be aware of? Like give you advice, unsolicited advice, you know? What do you need to be aware of here? Message of concern. There you go. That's what I was just talking about. Number 14. Look, concern. There's 333 here. This could be like other people in your life that are concerned that you haven't grown or you haven't learned a lesson here. You haven't figured something out. You aren't seeing something correctly. And then you have number 17, which is the star energy with gift here. So they may be afraid of what you're giving to someone, giving someone another opportunity, someone taking advantage of you here. The choice that you're making, again, you have judgment there, 20 in reverse, house. So yeah, that's what you need to be aware of. There's a lot of people, I feel like, that are concerned about the situation not being right or good for you. And maybe that you're giving too much to someone or healing something too quickly, you know, all that's there. What advice overall can you give to pile 4? To where does my soul want to travel? When we travel, we grow. We open up our little worlds to more adventure, thrills, patience, understanding, trust, and oneness. Our hearts and minds expand, and our desires are satisfied. Where is your soul calling to visit? Pick a location on your desired list. Choose a date when you'll get there and start planning. Create a Pinterest board or start searching on travel sites for the best restaurants. Anything that will create movement to let the universe know that you're ready to make it happen. Believe you can. This right here, dressing up, an opportunity to dress up, party, or fun times ahead. You may have an opportunity here, perhaps with this person, to travel, to do something, to plan something, to, you know, all that was just said. I want to get one more. Actually, I'm going to get a postcard from Spirit for you guys. I don't know why, but I feel like in this reading, I think that you're kind of looking for validation that you're doing the right thing, that you feel, because I think you may be getting mixed signs about this because a lot of people may be concerned if you're doing the right thing or not. Like, you may be, like, other people may be just trying to get in your head. What? Thanks. It knew what I was trying to say. You are love. Okay. Dearest you, do you ever wonder where your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you that you're always whispering in your ear about what's for your highest good. We are conducts of spirit, letting you know that you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means that you heard us. Inspiration means that spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so, so loved. I feel like for some of you, you may be looking at the situation one day in the future and thinking, you know, this is a miracle that we have gotten to this position that we are in compared to where we once were. And you know, when you find yourself in a situation like that, you look back and you think, I'm glad I gave this a chance or gave this an opportunity, instead of thinking, I should have given that a chance, or I should have given that an opportunity, or I should have tried to take a risk there. I should have went for it, you know. If you feel in your heart, if you feel in your soul that it's calling you in a direction to take that risk, I feel like there's a reason it's calling you there. And there's a lot of other things around you that could be trying to keep you from that. So make sure that you're meditating, make sure that you're focused on yourself, that you're checking in with yourself. You know, you're blocking things out from time to time. Not everybody. Some people have great advice. But make sure it aligns with what you feel. So you're not letting anyone else's concern mess anything up for you here. You have a rainbow and a star. This is like a possibility for happily ever after, for healing, for a goal to be reached. Okay, so this reading may trigger some people. This reading is not going to be for everybody. We are talking about a forgiveness, and, you know, so not everybody's going to resonate with this. Please take on it only if it resonates, okay? Okay, so you have the camera right off. So you have memories here with someone. That wasn't very cash money of you. Yeah, I think somebody here may have just, I don't know what they did. I don't want to get too far into it because it may be a little different for everybody. But they just may have done something here. I don't feel like it's anything you can't heal from, obviously. So, but I mean, that's up to you guys. Take it slow. I would say that. Take it slow. Choose happy. Yep. Stress less and smile more. That's the thing here with this. You know, you have to make that choice of whether or not you can let something go. That's up to you. You have to make that choice. Only you know if you can or not. You know? So we have F, X, S, Q, C, V, Z, Q, and G. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon.